Hello and welcome back to Top 5's Corner, a channel of the internet dedicated to uncovering the world's most fascinating top 5 lists. Today, we're diving into the top 5 most consumed drugs worldwide. Buckle up, because we're about to navigate the complex and often shocking world of global drug consumption. Disclaimer: this video is purely educational. No glorification here, just the facts, a dash of humor, and some jaw-dropping statistics. Thank you and enjoy. At number 5, we have Ecstasy, also known as MDMA, the life of the party. Originally developed in 1912 by a German pharmaceutical company, MDMA wasn't created for fun, but as a potential medication for bleeding disorders. Fast forward a few decades, and MDMA landed in the underground rave scene, becoming the fuel for all-night dance parties. It quickly became synonymous with euphoria, empathy, and questionable dance moves. So how's it made? MDMA is synthesized in labs using chemicals like safrole, a compound extracted from sassafras trees. It's then processed into pills or powders, often mixed with additives like caffeine, amphetamines, or even chalk. That's right, some ecstasy pills are part rave, part kindergarten art supply. But how does your body react to MDMA? MDMA causes a surge of serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine, giving users feelings of euphoria, heightened senses, and, oddly enough, a sudden urge to hug everyone. But beware, common side effects include dehydration, hyperthermia, and the infamous serotonin crash that makes Mondays look cheerful in comparison. Over 21 million people worldwide used MDMA in the last year alone. Despite its party reputation, MDMA is also being studied for therapeutic uses, like treating PTSD. Imagine healing trauma while dancing under a disco ball. Coming in at number 4 is cocaine. This white powder has fueled everything from high-stakes business deals to late-night benders for decades. Cocaine's story begins in the Andes Mountains of South America, where the coca plant has been cultivated for centuries. Farmers harvest the leaves, which are then processed into a paste and refined into powder form. For indigenous communities, chewing coca leaves was a traditional practice to combat altitude sickness and fatigue. But here's the kicker: on the streets, pure cocaine is rare. Dealers often mix it with substances like talcum powder, baking soda, or even laxatives to increase profits. Yes, you might pay thousands of dollars for something that's part narcotic, part bathroom trip. Cocaine acts as a powerful stimulant, making users feel euphoric, confident, and incredibly chatty. But those highs come at a cost. Addiction, heart problems, and mental health issues are just the beginning. And the crash? It's like getting hit by a truck made of regret. Globally, about 22 million people use cocaine annually, with the largest markets in North America and Europe. In 2023 alone, over 2,000 tons of cocaine were seized worldwide, which is enough to build a very illegal snowman. Cocaine's legacy is a complicated one, reminding us of the far-reaching consequences of greed, addiction, and exploitation. Even a substance derived from a humble plant can have devastating consequences. At number 3, we have amphetamines, the multitasker's best friend, or worst enemy. These stimulants are commonly prescribed as medications for ADHD and narcolepsy, but they're also widely misused as a study drugs or weight loss aids. However, their ability to increase focus and boost energy has made them popular for off-label use. Amphetamines like Adderall or methamphetamine, crystal meth, are synthetic, made in labs using chemicals such as pseudoephedrine, a common cold medicine ingredient. Illegal meth labs often add household items like drain cleaner or antifreeze. Suddenly, it doesn't sound so appealing, does it? Amphetamines boost dopamine and norepinephrine levels, making users feel alert, focused, and energized. But prolonged misuse can lead to paranoia, hallucinations, and heart damage. Long-term users may also experience severe dental decay, ominously nicknamed meth mouth. About 37 million people globally use amphetamines, with methamphetamine alone accounting for a massive chunk. And yes, in the 1940s, soldiers used amphetamines to stay awake during battles. War and naps still don't mix. Sliding into the number 2 spot, we have opioids. These potent painkillers derived from the poppy plant have been both a blessing and a curse. Opioids like morphine and codeine are invaluable in treating severe pain. Opioids work by binding to pain receptors in the brain, effectively muting discomfort and creating a sense of euphoria. But misuse can quickly lead to dependence, overdose, and respiratory failure. In 2023 alone, over 3 million Americans struggled with opioid use disorder. Globally, opioids are responsible for over 70% of drug-related deaths, with fentanyl being a leading cause. And in ancient Mesopotamia, opium was so popular they called it the joy plant. Clearly, they didn't foresee the modern epidemic. The opioid crisis is a stark reminder of the devastating consequences when medications intended for good are misused and driven by profit over people. And finally, claiming the top spot on our list is cannabis, also known as marijuana. This plant has been both revered and demonized throughout history, sparking endless debates about its effects, risks, and potential benefits. Over 200 million people use marijuana annually, whether for recreation, medical reasons, or because their favorite band released a new album. Marijuana is actually good for various reasons: to unwind, manage chronic pain, or simply because it enhances experiences. The cannabis plant contains THC, the psychoactive compound responsible for its effects. It's consumed in many forms: smoked, vaped, or baked into brownies that your grandma might accidentally eat. But don't let the chill vibe fool you. Excessive use can impair memory, increase anxiety, and turn you into a professional procrastinator. In the US, cannabis is legal for recreational use in 23 states but illegal federally. Talk about mixed signals. And fun fact, hemp, a cannabis cousin, was used to make the ropes for sailing ships. So technically, cannabis helped discover America. Although many consider it completely harmless, and it is indeed the most proportionate psychoactive substance on this list, responsible use requires knowing the potential side effects. And that wraps up our countdown of the top 5 most consumed drugs worldwide. While these substances might be widespread, it's essential to understand their risks and impacts. Education is power, and sometimes the best high comes from knowledge. Oh, and caffeine. We've journeyed from the dance floors of ecstasy-fueled raves to the poppy fields of Afghanistan. While these substances might be widespread, it's essential to understand their risks and impacts. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to Top 5's Corner, and tell us in the comments which topic should we tackle next. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay curious but cautious.